name is Sarah, and this is my service dog Bailey, and I just wanted to talk a bit today about how to bring up a service animal to your family, and this video will be specifically targeting minors and people who are dependents on their parents or on other family members, because those dynamics are different than if you're already moved out. I do want to also say that if your family situation is not safe for any reason, please talk to someone you trust, the authorities, someone at school, a trusted adult. That is always important because you should be in an environment which you're safe in. And so once you're in an environment that you're safe in, talk to someone in your family that you trust, or you could start with someone outside of your family that you trust, and then talk with them about how you want to approach this conversation, and they might be able to do a practice conversation with you or just help you better be able to share about your struggles, because sometimes opening up about wanting a service animal is also opening up about having a disability for some, and that's a big conversation. So make sure that you're ready for this conversation. They know it's important. Sometimes that might sound like, hey, mom, dad, uncle, grandma, I'd like to talk to you about something important. When do you have time to sit down with me for, half an hour or an hour, or, talking about something that's important to me, so that they know that you're serious. And then talk to them about what your disability is and how it affects your life, and how it makes things more difficult to you, and how it affects your day-to-day activities and your significant life functions. And then you want to, bring up that what options you think exist to assist you. I would suggest entering this conversation as a starting point. Getting a service animal is not a quick thing. It is not something you bring up once and it's done. It's something that will have to be a continuing conversation, especially if you are dependent on your family. So, because they are likely going to be helping you pay, or at least take care of in some capacity, your service animal. So the first step is opening up about your disability, and this can be very scary, but if you start with someone you trust and then you move on to the harder folks, or the people that you're not sure how they're going to react, as long as you feel you are safe in the situation, you'd be surprised what opening up can help with. And so talk to them about your disability, and then bring up a service animal as a potential tool to help you deal with the specific things that you were talking about that you struggle with. This can be a really good way to help them understand the task work that service animals do. So in gaining the support of these people, it's very important to talk to them about what a task is, and what you struggle with, and how those two fit together. I would suggest talking to them first about how a service animal could help you. If you have already talked to a doctor or another trusted person, if your family knows them and trusts them, maybe bring them up too. Offer to send them resources. Talk about what the laws regarding service animals are and what realistically it would look like. In this it realistically would look like conversation, it's very important for you to also offer information about program and owner trained animals, as well as financial costs that would come with having a service animal, because they are living, breathing beings. They have vet bills, they have food, gear, things like that. And so it's important to take cost into account as well. Something else you might want to talk about is what it would look like in terms of taking care of the animal. Would you take them for walks every day? Would you, play fetch or with a lunge pole in the backyard? Is there enough space in your home? Do you have another animal that might act aggressively or be fearful of it? Do you have siblings? Do Does anyone have allergies? Who has the most time to take care of an animal? Will you be able to be a responsible handler? Will your family be able to continue the discipline that a service animal needs in your home? Things like that are very important in understanding what the reality would look like. The conversation that you're going to have with your family is likely going to be a multi-part conversation. Part of it will be talking to your family about how you're disabled and you're struggling. That is a whole conversation in itself. Another part of the conversation will be, this is what I'm struggling with and this is something that can help. And I did mention in my video about talking to your doctor that some people think that service animals should only be a last resort. And your family might be of that opinion, and maybe this is your last resort, but maybe it's, first, second, third on your list of things to try. And so being able to understand perspectives and hear them and understand what they're saying, and then if it's something that you still want to pursue and you still think is realistic for you to pursue at this moment, then back yourself up. Try something different. Try maybe a couple things before a service animal, or gather some sort of evidence or examples of times where a service animal is the best choice for you. You want to tailor this to your experiences and not just what you've heard. If you break the conversation with your family down into multiple separate conversations, it might feel a lot less overwhelming, and it might help your family to understand that this is something you are very serious about. Like I've said, getting a service animal is not a quick thing. It is not a quick fix, but it may be very helpful for some people. And so if it's something that you want to pursue, it's something that you are going to have to stand your ground on, but also listen to others and take their perspective into account, and believe them when they have, something holding them back or hesitations. Listening to them, and then if this is the best choice for you, then, responding with examples of your own of how it's going to help you. If the person responds very poorly, and for any reason you feel unsafe or not okay in that environment, then go to someone you trust for help. If the conversation turns into one in which they, for some reason, are downplaying your disability, or you feel they're not hearing you, you can either give examples, stay calm, or you can, remove yourself from the conversation in a respectful way and come back later and finish that conversation when you both are in a better state of mind, because it is very easy to get defensive, and it is very easy to feel like people are against you when instead they're against your idea. And so, or they don't understand your idea. And so it is important for you to take their perspective into account, take a second, self-care, don't get into arguments that you don't need to go into, don't escalate situations, and return when everyone is calm. So as this conversation progresses, your family might decide that this is the best option for you. A service animal would be the best way to assist you with the things that you need. And so as that conversation progresses, start to, realistically look at what financially will this look like. In our living situation, what will this look like? Training-wise, if you have young siblings, if you have another pet, you want to think about all the details and consider, what will this look like and when will it happen? That is a whole conversation in and of itself, talking about what it will actually look like. Then as that conversation happens, and if, and when you receive a dog to either own or train or from a program, it's also important to set expectations for your family, every family member who will be interacting with this animal. You want to set expectations about what is appropriate behavior of them and of your dog, and what it means to be a service animal, And this might mean opening up a little bit, and it might mean opening up a lot. As just kind of a closing statement, I do want to make sure that in these conversations you are taking care of yourself and you are keeping a lookout for your safety. I do know some people's family situations can be complex and difficult, and so make sure you are doing what is best for you. And if that means, leaving the conversation for another time or revisiting in a safer space or with a safer person, that's also important. So please do what is best for you. I wish everyone luck in any conversations that they have with their family now or in the future about their disability or the potential of a service animal or any other tool to help them with their disability. Good luck to all of you. And please like and subscribe. Keep a lookout for my next video. Thanks. Bye.